A bronze cast of Rodin's hand holding a torso offers an intriguing exception that ties together these interrelated themes of process, media, and authorship. Just 3 weeks before his death in 1917, Rodin consented to allow his assistant to make a plaster cast of his own hand from life. That same assistant later combined the hand with a female torso made by Rodin himself. So on the one hand, the addition of that torso enlivens the hand and orients it in space. But on the other, the juxtapositions are equally striking. Between, for example, the indexical traces of Rodin's own flesh, even more visible in plaster counterparts, and that of the expressiveness of the silky female nude. And it's perhaps unusual or ironic that Rodin would reconsider his lifelong aversion to life casting, particularly after the affair of the Age of Bronze. For on the one hand, the hand inevitably sets up a kind of aura of creative spirit of the artist. But at the same time, it evokes a kind of mortiferous quality, as a kind of fossilized, fetishistic part object of the same kind that Honoré de Balzac had memorialized in his famous short story, The Unknown Masterpiece. There, one of the interlocutors says to his friend, well, why don't you have set up one of the casts of the hands of one of your mistress? And what you'd see before you is a monstrosity, a dead mass, one that bears no resemblance to the living hand. And you'd want to have recourse to the chisel of the sculptor, who, without exactly reproducing it, would nevertheless bring to bear its movement and its life. And just as Balzac had sort of recognized, what we see, I think, in this amazing object is not only a kind of uncanny foreshadowing of Rodin's own death, but also a kind of deathliness, of this uneasy synthesis between life casting on the one hand and expressive form on the other, that together, in the case of Rodin, make visible the stakes of molding and casting.